Good morning. My name is Maureen Chung. Welcome to Daily Devotional, February the 13th. The passage is Matthew chapter 5, verse 21 to 26. The title is Anger and Restitution. You've heard that it was said to the people long ago, "Do not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment." But I tell you that anyone who is angry with his brother will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to his brother, "Raca," is answerable to the Sanhedrin. But anyone who says, "You fool," will be in danger of the fire of hell. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to your brother, then come and offer your gift. Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you're still with him on the way, or he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. I tell you the truth, you will not get out until you've paid the last penny. Continuing with the Sermon on the Mount of Jesus, which was delivered to his disciples with a view to serve the needy crowds. I understand that he is teaching me too, as his follower, who has committed to serve the Lord and the world in his name. The Jewish religious leaders are very particular about keeping the letter of the law. They have come up with 613 rules derived from the law of Moses. But in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus expounds the meaning of some important laws according to their spiritual essence, and that is something that the Jews have not heard of before. For 6 times, Jesus makes a contrast between the traditional Pharisaic teaching and his own by prefacing each law with these words. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago. 6 verses pertain to that. We shall look at the first one, which is the 6th commandment. You shall not murder, taken from Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. Prior to murder, except for psychological disorders, is the heart condition of hatred that comes from the strong emotion of anger. It does not include Jesus' righteous anger as he emptied the temple court that was used as a market for selling sacrificial animals and exchanging currencies. His anger was from the fervency of reaching all nations with the message of God's salvation, while the Jewish leaders were bent on serving themselves with profit-making convenience. Jesus' anger led him to correct a wrong for the Father's glory. In most human cases, the emotion of anger stems from a personal slight, which accumulates into hatred over time. Hatred unabated may lead to murder. While the law forbids murder, Jesus goes further by addressing the root emotion that may lead to murder. Therefore, it is the strong emotion of anger that needs to be curtailed as the root cause. How do we know that we have runaway, uncontrolled anger? Jesus cites 2 examples which are similar, saying Raca and saying "you fool" to someone. Raca is the Aramaic word meaning empty-headed, that is regarded as a serious insult. That may need an examination at the Jewish religious court of Sanhedrin. "You fool" seems to be a worse insult, which merits the danger of fire of hell. This expression refers to Gehenna, the valley on the south side of Jerusalem, where rubbish is dumped and incinerated. Early in the Old Testament times, it was the site of the worship of Moloch, where human sacrifices were made. Thus, you fool, moron, represents a loathing for someone who is a rebel against God and who does not deserve to live. Not only that the speaker curses death upon the offender, but he has also put himself in the place of God, who alone has the right to pass judgment. For God, such utterances are as good as physical murder. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 to 27 says, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." Jesus has interpreted the sixth commandment, "You shall not murder," at a higher level. Murder by thought is as bad as murder by action. Instead, we should reconcile and make restitution as soon as we can. Murderous thoughts, hatred, and uncontrolled anger hinder worship. Thus, make peace and reconcile with the enemy brother before offering a gift to God. As for an adversary who is taking you to court, settle out of court. Make restitution as soon as possible, for there is a chance that you might be found guilty and receive due punishment. Reconciliation and restitution are the active solutions of interpersonal conflicts. I need to examine my heart. Do I dislike a brother or sister who is a fellow believer in the Lord to such an extent that I label him or her as unworthy of God's forgiveness? As soon as something unpleasant happens to me or to my community, do I suspect him or her right away to be the perpetrator? When bad comments arise about this person, do I readily agree without giving him or her the benefit of the doubt? Do I have a lasting grudge against this person? Can I turn over the page by saying, "I forgive"? Can I be humble enough to seek forgiveness? Am I insisting on carrying my wounds instead of receiving Christ's healing? Do I really understand the spirit of the law? May God open my eyes to see myself as I truly am. May I become a peacemaker who is God's true child. Thank you for visiting with me, and may God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.